Yo, to the whole of Bristol, listen. BCfm, King Kifley. This is truth about youth. I'm here with Princess Trust, a group of young people. Our goals are a must. Interviewing non-stop, BBC to Vox Pops, doing as much hard work just to reach the top. Achievements is our aim, success is what we obtain. Progressing in a lane, curious to know the name? I'm a man of myself, I keep it real with everyone else. In this radio course, we're a team by ourselves. Went on a trip down to Paul's place, witnessed disabled people I had to embrace. United as one, still by His grace. I'm just here with my team, we're progressing. Having a great time, so there's no stressing. Opportunities out there, so just take it. We're rising to the top, so we'll make it. I'm just here with my team, we're progressing. Having a great time, so there's no stressing. Opportunities out there, so just take it. We're rising to the top, so we'll make it.
This is Kifley and Mark, aka Hydra.
I'm King Kifley.
And I'm Hydra. For the past 3 weeks, we've been on a Bristol Princess Trust course, learning how to make radio, and the final result is this show.
The theme of our programme is inspiration, and most of what you'll hear over the next hour is about Paul's Place, a charity that supports disabled adults.
We have all spent 3 days there, and we're all inspired by the people that we have met and the general atmosphere of the place.
We'll also be hearing from two musicians who inspired us. In a moment, I'll be speaking to my older brother, Pegsy Malone, who helped motivate me to make my own music.
And later on in the show, Ben will be interviewing his friend DJ Loco. But first, we go to Paul's Place.
Bristol Community FM 93.2.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
It's a very good place to come to, stops you going mad.
I enjoyed doing holidays they do around the UK.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
Paul's Place is a social club for physically disabled adults from 18 to 59. It opened in Coalpit Heath in 1995 and has been grown ever since. We spent 3 days there to talk to the members and find out what Paul's Place is all about. Kath Oldham is the founder and manager. She took Luke and I on a tour and explained the origins of this warm and loving place.
Paul's Place supports adults with physical, cognitive and sensory impairment, and the objective is to make sure that people have a better quality of life. And how did Paul's Place start? I was doing voluntary work down at Frenchay Hospital and just felt that young people with physical disabilities were historically patronised and felt that they should be able to have as good a social life as I had. So I invited them to the pub one night so that they could have as good a social life as I had.
Why is it called Paul's Place?
We're called after a young man called Paul Wilmot. He was in a road traffic accident, and for 10 years he had a really bad physical impairment. We were meeting on the Friday night, and on the Wednesday Paul fell and broke his hip. He was only down at Frenchay Hospital, so I said to his mum I would come down and see him, and he told me all the things he would like to do with his life. So when I went to the pub on the Friday night with the other people that had turned up, we talked about Paul, and unfortunately 10 days later Paul lost his fight for life. And we asked his mum in his honour if we could call our group after him, so that every day somebody asks about him. We're in the sensory garden at the moment. Everything within the garden is wheelchair accessible, and we've got raised flower beds. We've got a lovely Wendy house, or you could call it like a little Scandinavian log cabin, so people can get out of the breeze or the wind or the rain. And we've just built a lovely allotment, and we're starting to grow all our own vegetables as well.
What are the sensory elements?
Well, there's 2 points to the garden. One is the sensory side. So what you need to do is make sure that you put in lots and lots of plants that are very strong smelling, so that people that can't see can smell those plants. You need to put in lots and lots of different things which make noise and tactile things that they can touch. And the other point of the garden is a slight memory garden. So when we lose people, which we do quite frequently, unfortunately, we can put up very small things for people when we've lost them. We've got a stained window for one of our girls that we lost. We've got benches with other people's names on. We make sure that each thing we write means something to us. So the little bits that are on the benches wouldn't probably mean much to other people, but they mean a great deal to us. We're just going into the Mark Breyer room now. That's our quiet room. so that if any of our members are ill or they've had a seizure, we have a bed in here that they can lay down and recover, because obviously that doesn't happen very often, which is good. We also wanted to utilise the whole room, so we've got a full hairdressing studio, a nail bar, and it also doubles up as a meeting room as well. The reason we called it the Mark Breyer room was because Mark had a brain tumour and recovered quite well, and a few years later had another brain tumour, and unfortunately he lost his fight for life. And we decided that because of him, we wanted to always make sure that there was a quiet space so that people could recover quietly or have quiet times when they needed them. And we've now walked through to the cricket club. There's usually between 35 and 40 people here a day, 50% of them being in wheelchairs, so that's usually about 20 wheelchairs. So when you've got 20 wheelchairs, you need a lot of space. So in this area is where most people congregate, and they do anything they want to do. If they want to sit and read the paper, that's fine. They want to play games, quizzes, people's nails, doing their hair, cooking, lots and lots of stuff. And then just beyond that, we've got the Skitlally, and they play Skittles most days, or they play New Age curling, or they play bocce, all different types of sports. When I look around at what we've achieved in the last 19 years, I am so incredibly proud. It can never be done with one person. It's one person's vision and dream, and then so many other people supporting them to achieve that. And now people have got somewhere to go, somewhere that they want to be. That makes their lives better and makes my life better. And it's not about leaving a legacy, but I thank God that when I'm dead and gone, this place will continue. And that's something that I hold very dear to me.
So, Mark, how was your interview with Kath?
It was quite interesting to interview her and generally have a nice chat with her, because obviously she's a very nice lady. I thought it went really well because she didn't seem to have any problem with what we asked her and stuff. So, yeah, I was nervous. So I just thought, I've got to do this. It's my one shot. It's my one chance to do this. I'm doing it for the group as well. I just thought, get all these questions out there, just ask her, just literally chat to her as though we were best friends, basically.
Yeah, it's true. I think we all had a good time with meeting everyone, all the disabled people, all of us, our whole group with Princess Trust, and we, learned how to play bocce for the first time. And we had a bit of snooker. We all had a good time together. Did you have a good time as well?
Yeah, I did, actually. It was quite happiness. I could just see all I could see on those days I was there was just pure smiles all around. I didn't see a sad face at all. Everyone was enjoying themselves, laughing, cheering, and just generally having nice chats and stuff.
So how many friends did you make?
I don't know, to be honest, because obviously it was more that we concentrated on talking to people and concentrating more on playing the bocce.
Yeah, it's true. I made 2 friends. That's Nick and Andy.
Yeah. I thought Nick's laugh was quite hilarious, to be honest.
I mentioned bocce a few times, but we'll make you wait to find out what it is.
Bristol Community FM 93.2. Your voice, your choice.
This is Princess Trust, Truth About Youth program on BCfm. One of the things we have been talking about during our course is people who have inspired us. I choose our next guest, Pegsy Malone.
Yeah, it's Pegsy Malone. Big up BCfm Radio. It's happy to be here with my young brother here as well, King Kifley, supporting his movement and also idol to him to inspire him.
Yeah, that's good to hear. What got you into music in your life at a young age?
Probably started from when I was 9 years old. I was hoovering in my front room and I overheard a song on the radio. Actually, can't remember what it was. And I just basically thought, let me write something. Didn't really think nothing of it. And I rapped it to someone, they liked it, so I just continued to do it. As I was continuing to do it, obviously the vibe was getting more bigger and people was inspiring more to do it more. So I just started enrolling talent shows, competitions, and yeah, just kind of went from there, really.
Yeah, that's good. So what's your favorite music?
I got all different type of genres of music. I can listen to something from, I don't know, Snoop Dogg, California, to something like Coldplay. I do it all. Do you know what I mean? Dance, house, drum and bass, jungle, hip hop, yeah, classical, rock. I'm all there.
What's your achievements in music?
My biggest achievement was when I was 14 years of age. I was actually going to St. George Community College, which is in Bristol, which is now called the Bristol City Academy. And I won a competition which was sponsored by Major League Baseball team, JD Sports and Foot Locker, and managed to fly out to New York for 5 days, all inclusive, paid for breakfast, lunch, dinner, 5-star hotel. We went round, helicopterized Statue of Liberty. I had a choice to bring one person. I brought my older brother, and who's my inspiration. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things I've achieved.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in your music career in the future?
A lot of places. Music for me is not just rapping or singing on a song. I brainstorm in anything I adapt in. So if that means I'm thinking of going into photography. I might even go into video choreographing, interacting with different people, doing movies or whatnot. So yeah, I guess the sky's the limit, innit? Who knows?
Hydra has a few questions he would like to ask as well.
Yo, hi Pexy, I'm a fan of your work. Mad respect for you.
Thanks
and everything.
A lot,
I thought of 2 questions earlier, and I thought I just got to put them straight to you, for not only for my sake and for this course's sake and for Kifley's sake and for all the fans' sake. So my questions is, what does it feel like when you're performing at a gig and you're basically hearing people sing your songs back?
I think for any artist, that's probably one of the most overwhelming feeling for an artist to obviously know that your music's engaged with people in their heart, soul, and mind and body, and for them to remember it enough to sing it back with you. I think is you have to feel it for yourself to know what it feels like. It's one of those feelings. But yeah, definitely, that's a good feeling.
Okay, and my second question and last question is, what's it like seeing your music put on things like SBTV, Grime Daily, Link Up TV, P110?
Yeah, it's good, really. Obviously, the network systems for like the different TV and DVDs companies that's bringing out young artists is coming up. It's varying now. There's more than there was. So, yeah, I support all of them as well. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's trying to make the same change and trying to elevate and inspire each other. So, yeah, I back them to the fullest. P110, they supported me a lot as well. And SBTV, Grime Daily, everyone's doing their thing. So, yeah, big up on that department.
Cool. Yeah. And now we got Pegsy performing something for us here in the studio.
Born again, nearly miscarried my whole life away. Thinking like a philosopher, like back in Malcolm's days. Life can drastically change. 10 August 28th, rare to get a second chance in this day and age. Praying that my brother don't get hit down with a 10 stretch. Happy that my brother's blessed. Dodged a 30 wreck. Little brother nearly done 15, now that's another mess. Dig deeper enough in your soul, yet and find your stress. Similar to bench press, but you can push another 10. Mummy's tears had me dry in mine, I pray for her. So many meanings in that content, like a thesaurus. Used to hustle on them corners. 2 1/4, still money orientated. You could see it in my aura. Volcano finally erupted. They pushed him to the border. First it was the, second it could be the... But I'm here and I'm breathing and I'm still alive. Pegsy Malone, walk with me onto the other side. First it was a group of them haters, then that multiplied. Introducing King Kifley is going to spill a little something as well.
Let me tell you about the days with no paper. Conversations with people were more like later. I was a youngster determined to be greater, trying to be greater. I sacrificed for studio time, searching for more. Is the end, use all my money in music till I was left with no penny. I've been stuck at the bottom, but hard work, I get it in. I came out of the gutter like a bowling pin. Believed in myself, see it like a roll of the dice. What can I say? I'm doing music, I'm living my life's changed. I'm not gonna watch no haters. I'm feeling so fly, almost touch skyscrapers. It's King Kifley, check.
Bristol Community FM 93.2.
So, we hear you obviously interviewed your brother Pegsy just then. What was it like? Seriously, interviewing one of the UK's biggest rappers?
Well, it was a great experience interviewing a special person, and it's my blood brother, my older brother, Pegsy Malone. He's been doing the music for a long time, and, you know, for me to have that opportunity was great. And you know, the whole interview was quite good. We interviewed him, and at the end we did something special, making it a bit more official by doing a cappella freestyle.
Yeah, that was actually an exclusive right there. The vibes was burning. I could feel it. I was feeling the tension there. Like, we had two spitters here in the studio, and I couldn't decide who was the better brother, to be honest, because it was just immense. So I'd just like say, you know, they're both really good. So why does Pegsy inspire you then, bro?
Basically, me as an artist, I started music on my own, but as an artist, you have to look up to someone that can really inspire you, and you have to see a way through looking at their achievements to see a way how to make it yourself. And I was looking at him from the very beginning, and then gradually I used his achievements in consideration.
You learned from his skills.
Yeah, learned from his skills, and it was really great, because there was times that, you know, I wasn't really perfect when I started, and I had to ask him, you know, Pegsy, what do you think about this freestyle? I had to keep going back to him and improving upon myself, and then, you know, my freestyle's on point.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, brotherly love and all that sibling. You know, siblings and family members have got to be there for each other and help each other out. And
yeah, it's true.
All that. So, yeah, it's good that he helped you to get to where you are today, basically.
Yep.
Bristol Community FM 93.2.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
It's a very important place to come for young people, because it's not like a proper day centre.
They got me involved in sport, bocce, fishing, photography.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
Because we're focusing most of this program on the inspirational organisation that is Paul's Place, I thought it would be interesting to hear from local people about how they feel people with disabilities are treated. How do you view people with disability?
The same way as I view everyone else. I don't label anyone, they're just people.
Are disabled people treated equally and fairly in today's society?
In my personal experience, I'm treated very fairly. Possibly not, because people don't like different things, you know? They're frightened of things they don't understand. Growing up, I knew I was different, but I was never treated different by my family. So I was pretty surprised that I was beat up and whatever went on in my life, and totally shocked by it. But that's how I grew up. Now, that's totally changed. I think disability is more accepted because it's more mainstream now. Started off with schools, whereas when I was growing up, there's special schools, but now disability is in mainstream schools, and I think it's made a big difference to people's attitudes. I've mellowed because I'm of a certain age now, so I accept a lot more. If I was younger now, the same age as when all the things were happening to me, I would probably have an issue with it. But because of my age now, I accept a lot more that goes on around me. So my attitude towards it is it's easier to cope with, you know, personally, speaking to people. Disability is real for people, but it shouldn't make anyone feel any different.
How do you view people with disabilities?
As able people? Well, they are really, aren't they? They're not disabled, really. I mean, they still can do things. Just got to adapt in a way that they can.
Are disabled people treated equally and fairly in today's society?
Yes and no. I guess it's just the way people are brought up, the way that they're told to view them.
I think they should be treated like everybody else. I find that a lot of people with disabilities, it can work in two ways. Either their confidence is knocked, or they got extreme confidence where they just want to prove everybody wrong and do the opposite of what people think. So in both aspects, they need to be treated equally so they can just get on with their life.
They certainly need to be recognised, and they certainly need more help than they do get.
Are disabled people treated equally and fairly in today's society?
I'm not sure that they are treated equally. When I've listened on the radio, you know, there are questions put to some people, and some say, well, you know, we were put to one side rather. They didn't listen to what we were saying, and maybe that is, you know, what's happening.
So we've come to the end of our part of the show. This is Kifley, aka King Kifley.
And this is Hydra. And we hope that you've enjoyed listening to us. And now we are going to hand over to the next people here, Jamie and Luke.
Bye.
Bye.
Bristol Community FM 93.2.
Truth about youth, truth about youth, truth about youth, truth about youth.
And Jamie as well.
It's a happy time, really, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Luke, aka DJ Popo.
Thanks, Kifley and Mark. Coming up,
we have an interview with the national boccia champions from Paul's Place.
I talked to Annie Powell about finding work
and discuss the opportunities Paul's Place has to offer its members.
Bristol Community FM 93.2.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
They have just done absolute wonders with my life. Without them, I wouldn't be here now.
But all like the members and staff all took me in and sort of become like their family.
Truth about youth at Paul's Place.
When someone becomes disabled due to illness or injury, it can feel as though they'll have to wave goodbye to much of what they have planned to achieve with their lives. But Paul's Place gives its members the support and confidence to do the things that they want to do. Dave Owen has been a member since it started in 1995. I sat down with him to talk about his life and how the club has helped him realise his dreams.
I had a brain hemorrhage when I was 20, which was 30 years ago. I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, and I can't use my right arm. The thing is that I was at university. I thought, don't worry, be a year, I can just go back into it. But it wasn't like that. 33 years later, I've now come to terms with my disability, and I'm trying to work around it. It's really difficult because it changed it sort of quite a lot, because I was doing pharmacy at Aston University, and I also worked with the Scouts, and I really have sort of to start again, because I just sort of can't do anything, but now, at long last, I can do many things, do what I want to do, and I accept it, and that's the important thing. In 2005, I went to the European Jamboree with Scouts. From then, I went to the World Jamboree in England. Then someone said, "Oh, do you want to go to the World Jamboree in Sweden?" I thought, "Oh, okay, but you have got to be selected for that," and I was selected. Now, in 2015, I have a place to go to Japan, to their World Jamboree, which I really, really will enjoy. But the thing is that it's all Paul's Place impetus. If I hadn't had Paul's Place, I haven't got anything else. Kath, the manager here, she said to all the group, if you don't do it, you don't know how it feels. Paul's Place is a group of friends, really, all friends together. Some are really physically disabled, others are not so, but the thing is that we're all in the same boat. everybody will think of somebody else who is worse or better than them. And that is really important.
Thanks, Dave, for the interview.
Jamie, that was the first time you've done a radio interview. How was it for you?
It was quite nerve-wracking at first, but the preparation really helped, and Dave was a really nice man and, well, great fun to interview.
He sounded really happy to be interviewed by you.
Yeah, he was quite eager to tell his story, and it was interesting to listen to it. He's a great example of the wonderful sort of things that Paul's Place helps people to do, because previously, as he said, he wouldn't have done anything like going to Japan like he's going to next year, but because of this, he gets to do that.
Yeah.
And that's only one example of the many things that they do for people at Paul's Place.
And they take them on holidays.
Last year they went to Turkey. It sounds like they have an amazing time because they take everybody that wants to go on holiday but otherwise wouldn't be able to, and all the carers that will allow them to do the things that they want to do while they're there. Yeah, you got involved in some of the activities, didn't you?
Yeah, I played bocce when I was there. Bocce is a Paralympic sport created initially to be played by people with cerebral palsy, but it's now played by people with a wide range of other conditions that affect motor skills. It is similar to bowls, with the main difference being the balls are more like a hard beanbag, and all players have to sit down whether or not they're in a wheelchair. While at Paul's Place, Ben and I had the opportunity to play with the current national champions, the Paul's Place Pistons. We also spoke to some of the team members.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a member of Paul's Place. We play in a bocce team.
How do you play bocce?
Basically, it's similar to bowls. You've got 6 red balls and 6 blue balls, and 1 white ball, which is called the jack. Reds always go first, and you line up in a straight line, and it's usually played on a badminton court. So reds tend to throw the jack ball, and then they throw their red ball, and then after that, blues throw one of theirs. It then depends on who's closest to the jack on who goes next.
Great shot. Blue closer, red to play.
Sean, I think it's going to be blocking and defending the score, keeping their points down. But if I have one shot, it's disturbing it. If I don't do it, then we'll block in.
That was Sean Francis speaking, and he plays for Paul's Place Pistons.
Can you tell me what you enjoy about bocce?
He said beating everyone.
What do you think about your friends in the team?
I help them a lot. Sean said he helps them a lot.
You're nodding. When Sean was saying that, how does he help you?
Well, from the knowledge he's got, he can teach you all the little tricks, like how to come off of other balls, how to stack balls up. It's all little tricks that he's learnt through the years, and that he passes it on to us, and that is fantastic, really.
I think I help them, yeah. I help you.
Sean said he helps them and they help him, and that's why he enjoys it now.
No. Okay, we'll defend on this one then. Do you want to have a shot at that one a minute?
Red to play.
Morning, my name is Nick Brake, and I'm a member of the Paul's Place bocce team, the Pistons.
What did you like about playing bocce?
It improved my overall coordination. It gave me confidence which I had lost through becoming disabled. And also it was a social thing as well. Like the friendship that you got through it was nothing else that I'd ever been through before. It's fantastic.
How many trophies have you won?
Since I've been playing, I've got a 3rd place plaque, I've got a bronze medal, a silver medal and 2 gold medals, which I'm incredibly proud of.
What sort of relationships have you built playing bocce?
We go away together, we have to stay together, and through playing bocce, we help each other. It's supporting each other, and the friendship you build through that, it's quite incredible.
Red closer, blue play.
Hi, my name is Luke Jones, and I'm a member of the Paul's Place bocce team for the Pistons. I am.
How important is bocce to you?
The relationship is all like the members from the team, like Andy, Sean, and Nick, and Pete as well. Is like sort of helped us become one of the best teams now.
My name's Pete, and I'm the coach of the Paul's Place Pistons. We also have 2 other teams. One are called the Jokers, and one are called the Pirates, who play in the National League as opposed to the Super League. And they're doing really well at the moment. One of them needs to win 2 more matches, and that will qualify them to play in Sheffield along with the Pistons on the same weekend to see if they can win the National League as well. If they can, it will mean we get 2 teams in the Super League, which would be absolutely brilliant for a little club like us who have no specific bocce setup.
That's a good shot.
How important is bocce to you?
At first, it was just to give Sean a game and playing as friends. But as time went on and started to play other teams in entering the Nationals, it became very important to me. It gave me a sense of being normal rather than being just a disabled person.
Run to blue.
Yay!
Thanks, Paul's Place Pistons, for the interview and the game.
So, what was it like playing bocce?
It was quite fun, other than I lost.
Well, it was to the national champions, so you can't be too down about that.
They were quite good at bocce, but they've had a lot of practice with it.
Moving on from Luke's defeat, unemployment is a huge problem for many in the UK, but it presents a different set of challenges for disabled people. One of the core principles of Paul's Place is to help its members reach their full potential. Sean interviewed Annie Powell, a long-time member who has struggled to find and keep work in the past due to her disability.
I have spina bifida and hydrocephalus. It has affected me in many ways because people can see that I'm short, but they don't see that my neck doesn't move, or they don't understand or know much about hydrocephalus. I do have a memory problem, so they just carry on at their pace, which has caused me many problems in the past.
What were your initial experiences looking for work?
When I left school, eventually I went to Remploy, an organisation that helps disabled people get into work. They gave me a job as a receptionist at the Riding Centre for the Disabled, which I absolutely loved. But eventually the RDA expanded, and because it expanded and more people got interested, I just couldn't keep up with the workload. So I had to leave and let somebody else who could keep up with it carry on.
How difficult has it been since is that first job to try and find work?
It's been different. I've been to Remploy again to try and get some more work. I've been looking for work, and when I've been to the job centre looking for work, people at first didn't see my disability, so they didn't really understand it. They gave me all different interviews that obviously were too much for me. But health and safety's been a bit of an issue. But then you just got to get on with it.
Do you think this has improved over time?
I think there will always be a barrier, and I don't think it will improve that much because people are always a little bit scared of what they might come up against. They're scared of the unknown, which is, I suppose, something that they are always going to be wary of and frightened of. But we are we're more independent than what you realise sometimes. If you just let us plod along with that.
How would you like things to change for you?
I think people need to be more aware of not only people's disability, but the person behind the disability, which isn't always easy for them, but it isn't always easy for us either. People are so damn scared of what if something happens. Mr. Oh, what if again comes along quite often.
How does it feel to be unemployed?
First of all, it used to get me down a bit, but then I got some voluntary jobs, and I just filled myself with voluntary jobs, which is what I do now, really. I work helping people here and down at some local shops. I haven't got time to be employed.
Thanks, Sean and Annie. That was a fantastic interview. We're joined now by the other Luke, and the two of us did a skill share with Annie where we taught her how to use the mics and how to prepare for and conduct an interview. So what was that experience like for you?
I think it went really well. She's really friendly, so that definitely helped. And we definitely sort of related in a lot of ways when it came to searching for work and stuff like that.
What were the kind of questions that she asked us?
I mean, generally, she just sort of asked us about our life and our sort of journey and everything and how that affected us work-wise. Basically, she repeated the questions that we asked to her. And funnily enough, we answered very similarly.
And we had a lot more in common than I thought we'd have.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, Luke, for talking to us.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks for listening. We're now passing over to Martin and Ben.
So it's goodbye from me, Jamie.
And goodbye from me, Luke, a.k.a. DJ Popo.
Truth about youth. Truth
Bristol
about
Community
youth.
FM 93.2. Your voice, your choice.
Ben and Martin, the air of sophistication.
Thanks, Jamie and Luke. My name's Martin.
My name's Ben.
And we're here for the last part of the show. And we're going to hear more about Paul's Place.
And also, I'm going to be interviewing a musician friend of mine, Mr. Loco.
As we've heard, all the members of Paul Place find it a very supportive organisation where they know they'll be treated with respect. But is this a general case in society and particularly in the media? Jamie and I took to the streets to get a few opinions from the general public.
What are your views on the treatment of the disabled in the media?
One of my good friends is disabled. It sometimes feels like they're a bit victimised. Well, I mean, the fact that I'm saying like they, it's kind of a bit like us and them. I think it appears to be, but I think that's just because people don't really understand. Like, disabilities covers a whole range of things that most people just think, oh, that guy's disabled, therefore he fits into that category, whereas actually, I think, yeah, in the media they're grouped together. That's what it feels like anyway.
I wish that they wouldn't be considered disabled, but just you know, that everyone is part of the society with their abilities and not so abilities, so that we would be one society.
So, do you believe that disabled people are treated equally or differently to enabled people?
I think they're treated differently. I think there's progress. For example, with for blind people, the streets get even and there are signs on traffic lights. I come from Germany, and so there are schools for able students and disabled kids. Now there's a big movement for integration, we call it. So I think they're still not treated equally, but there's progress being made.
Truth About Youth at Paul's Place.
It's a very good place to come to, stops you going mad.
I enjoyed doing holidays they do around the UK.
Truth About Youth at Paul's Place.
So, what was the atmosphere for Paul's Place?
I reckon it was a really good atmosphere, actually. I think it's a brilliant place that CAF has put together. It gives the disabled people a place and a bit more of hope.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, like, what she's done to Paul's Place it's been astonishing, really. Just the whole way she treats everyone with respect and how she comes across to everyone. I mean, because she's a soul-hearted person, she'll come up with anything to help people in need, and just being there and having the whole experience has been really good. But what's your best experience there? What's your best highlight?
I definitely think my best highlight was talking to the Boccia team and their experiences through life and that.
Yeah, I didn't particularly play boccia, but I heard a lot about it. But what did you mainly do with the boccia team?
Well, I interviewed a couple of members of the boccia team. I personally watched the boccia team play, and it's good to just see how it changes their aspect in life.
Bristol Community FM 83.2. Your voice, your choice.
Hello, I'm Ben, and as a part of this course, we're asked to think of someone who's inspired us over the years. As it happens, I thought of my mate Aaron, better known as Loco, as his stage name, and I thought it'd be a good idea to invite him in as a part of the course and come in for a chat. I'm going to ask him a few questions, so let's get started.
Let's go for it.
Right, so Aaron, I know you follow your own roots, which is like your own music.
Go with the grain, so to speak.
Yeah, go with the grain. So tell me how you got into music and promoting.
I got into music because my dad was in the rave scene in the 90s. I started listening to jungle towards the mid and late 90s, and then since then I just followed it and got into it that way, I suppose.
Ah, amazing. So who inspired you to produce your music and your music career?
Myself, really, to be honest. Listen to Prodigy, other great producers. I want to make jungle, really, aim and breaks, and mash it up.
That's brilliant. So, where has your music career taken you so far?
Everywhere and nowhere, really. It's got me playing in clubs all over Bristol, helped me work my way to making my own club night, where I try and get headliners in to support up-and-coming acts and people DJing in their bedrooms to give them a chance to play out and live the dream.
So, have you got any more plans for the future?
To keep pushing Bad Bass, which is a night me and my partner James Amos do, not living partner but business partner, and get more music out there and make people dance.
Right, that's amazing. Well, thank you for coming in, and
that's all right, no problem. Anytime.
We're now going to play one of Aaron's tracks, and thank you.
This is Mr. Loco. This is called I Ain't Gert Like. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, man, I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass. For the track with the supersonic bass. I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass.
From Bristol, but I'm not girt like.
Yeah, man, I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass.
From Bristol, but I'm not girt like.
Yeah, man, I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass. Yeah, man, I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass.
From Bristol, but I'm not girt like. From Bristol, but I'm not girt like. From Bristol, but I'm not girt like.
Yeah, man, I'm looking for the track with the supersonic bass.
From the gully of gully. 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 40 years running with clubs and just money. From the gully of gully. From the gully of gully. From the gully of gully.
We're nearly at the end of the show. Thanks to Pegsy Malone and Mr. Loco for appearing on the show. We also want to say a thank you to the Prince's Trust for giving us the opportunity to learn the necessary skills to make this programme. And a huge thank you must go to everyone at Paul's Place who made us welcome when we descended on them for 3 days. Thanks to everyone that shared their experiences with us. It seems that only right we leave the last words with the members of the amazing organisation.
It's a very good place to come to. Stops you going mad, keeps you sane.
So what do you like the most about Paul's Place?
Being with other people that sort of understand where you're coming from. You don't have to explain yourself, you can just be yourself.
I enjoy Paul's Place really well. It's actually gave me the confidence back that I'd lost, and I started enjoying coming to Paul's Place and getting involved with the boccia and different sports that we do here.
What do you enjoy the most about Paul's Place?
Being able to come meet up with the friends that I've made over the years and being able to do different holidays each year that we do and being able to go away with the competitions for boccia.
Great place to go out and meet people. They offer holidays and chances to go out and do things. I enjoy doing, I can do whatever I want, chat to people, read on my own separately, so it gives me a chance to choose.
It's a very important place to come for young people because it's not like a proper day centre. And we really enjoy being able to do things with the help of carers, like holidays and day trips and stuff. I've been able to go abroad with the help of carers. I really enjoy going away with friends and having a good time. You know, get drunk if we want to and things like that. And we're all good friends, so it makes a really good holiday.
I enjoy Paul's Place quite a lot, and it does help me. It's helped me more as an independent person that I am now. When I first started, I was always like sitting in the corner. I was, but all like the members and stuff all took me in and sort of become like their family and also helped me more. It did.
I was at the end of the line. They pulled my life around. They've given me back my life. They've given me back the confidence to live a life as a disabled person. They got me involved in sport, bocce, fishing, photography, and the friends I've made here have been fantastic. Okay, I've lost some of my friends, that happens, and that fills me full of sadness. But people like Pete, people like Kath, they have just done absolute wonders with my life. Without them, I wouldn't be here now. You can't get any better than that, can you?
You've been listening to the Prince's Trust Truth About Youth programme.
We really enjoyed being here on BCfm and hope you enjoyed listening. Thanks again to everyone at Paul's Place. You